Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on, guys? It's Filthy and I'm back with another video. The 269 PTR has finished. We've just spent about 2 weeks trying to blast it as hard as we could, checking out all the different changes that have been made to the game. So today we're going to cover 5 awesome things that will be coming when the patch goes live. So maybe if you missed PTR, maybe just curious as to what's going on in Diablo, this will give you a bit of a heads up. So let's jump straight in. Number 1, the first awesome thing coming with 269 is going to be the Gears of Dreadlands or God Demon Hunter. Now initially this was not a particularly great set when it first came out. It had a lot of bugs and it had a few issues. Fortunately, in the second week of PTR they fixed a lot of these and it is now incredible. It's a very fast set. It naturally comes with 160% move speed on the 4-piece, so if you enjoy Whirlwind Barb, it's like that. Not exactly, it's not 100% copy, it is slightly different, but you do get to fire projectiles across the screen whilst spinning insanely fast. Really great for key farming, really great for speed rifting, and it's going to be a pretty good push build. Even hearing some rumours that we might be able to get 4-man going with just loads of demon hunters spinning around, so that is pretty good. Really nice set, it plays very well, really happy with how it is. It will probably, if anything, get a slight buff. I don't expect it to be nerfed, and I do expect it to come to the game in the condition that it left PTR. And I think by the end of it we're getting up to 105 in about 5 minutes with about 15k main stats. So a very powerful set, easy to play. If you're a new player, if you're a returning player, this is something that you definitely want to try. So that's the first thing. Now the second thing is actually going to be a change to a skill, and this is the corpse explosion changes for the Necromancer. Now this kind of impacts on a few different levels of the game. So leveling a Necro normally is pretty easy. It's going to be even easier now because the corpse explosion is doing about triple damage from what it used to do. So when you log into 269 when it goes live, huge damage increase. The supporting Grasp of Essence gloves that you normally pair with any Necromancer running corpse explosion have also been buffed. This means that the corpse explosion hits really hard. Now that's great because it means that the Necro starting set for season 21 is Inarius, and we can now run really cool Inarius corpse explosion builds up to like 90-95 for speeds, a little bit further on for that for pushing. But we also get Legacy of Dreams corpse explosion, which also dumps out loads of damage for speed farming, and now we can make the Necro quite tanky. There are other changes past corpse explosion, but basically the corpse explosion push build is probably one of the tankiest things I've seen for a long time, especially for the Necromancer, which is traditionally a very squishy class, and it is absolutely phenomenal to be able to walk around in GR 111 with about 15k main stat and not be squished and stomped to death immediately. So corpse explosion changes are absolutely perfect, really happy with them, and I'm really looking forward to playing some Necromancer next season. Moving us on to the third thing, we'll be sticking with the Necro. The new Necro set I think is actually going to be pretty good. Now this is called the Masquerade of Burning Carnival, and it revolves specifically around Bone Spear. Now the set isn't quite as powerful as the God Demon Hunter, it does need a bit of a kick in power, and I'm hoping when it does get to live it will get buffed from its current condition. But even if it does go to live as it is, then we could still speed, I think, kind of 90 to 99. We could still speed 90 to 95 range in about kind of 4 minutes. And Bone Spear's got some really nice runes on it. Poison, ice crystals, you've got Blood Spear. We tried all of them. It is a lot of fun, and it's nice to have a really tanky set. Again, this has got a lot of damage reduction built in. Got simulacrums with all the runes, lots of interesting things you can do with curses and stuff like that. So the set mechanics are quite good, really tanky again, which is nice for the Necro. We've spent a lot of time playing squishy Necro builds, and Bone Spear is probably a very underutilized skill, so really looking forward to playing at least some of this next season, and fingers crossed it does get that little bit of love. Now on to the fourth thing, which is actually going to be the season theme. So the season is the Trial of Tempests. Now initially when PTR first launched and I leveled my seasonal character, I was very meh about the season theme. It didn't really seem to be doing very much, and it also didn't seem to be happening very often. Now fortunately they have reworked this, so when it goes to live every 90 seconds we're going to get a new on-screen effect. So it could be a snowball, it could be a wall of fire, it could be some rainbow energy beams that come out of your character, it could be a group of meteors, but the idea is that they will do some pretty good damage for us and help us in our quest to clear the rift. Now 90 seconds is important because you spend a lot of time in this game speed rifting, so you will now see this effect a couple of times per rift, which is great, and it will also help out casual players just go that little bit further with the extra damage. Now there is a bit of an issue at the moment whereby the season theme is benefiting from a mechanic called area damage, which it isn't supposed to. But even if that gets fixed, there are players who have been able to work out how to clear 150 with a 0 damage per second build. So they build a really tough character and they use the season theme to clear a really good map, so lots of density. Now I think there is a very easy fix for this, and what I expect Blizzard to do is to implement something whereby you only activate this in-game timer of 90 seconds by killing, whether it's 1 enemy, 2 enemies, 5 enemies, whatever it is, you have to make some form of kills to get this timer to run, and that way you stop 0 damage per second builds from working, because they have to kill at least say 5 monsters and then the season theme starts. But all in all, the screen changes, you get these really cool effects on screen, and it will be very reminiscent to the kill streak season, and I'm looking forward to having this go off every 90 seconds and just getting that little bit of extra damage. So season 21 I think will be quite a cool season theme. Not my absolute favourite, I prefer builds being messed about with. You know, the cube last season was probably better, but still I do like the season theme and it is pretty good. Now the fifth awesome thing is actually going to be some more Necromancer changes. Now I know Necro Heavy, we've already had 2 Necro items, but they've just changed so much for the class. Now there's lots of different items that have got reworked here. There is a set of shoulders that now give mages the Singularity rune, which is the most damaging rune, for free. The shoulders also provide damage reduction, which is how we can kind of make a lot of these Necro builds quite tanky now. Mages, which has always been a really squishy build, we can push up to 100 on the speed farm. Again, very tanky, which is nice. One of the necklaces in the game has been changed to the Simulacrum, which is a skill that is pretty cool. It duplicates your secondary abilities, will now last forever, and they can also duplicate Grim Scythe, so you can get Grim Scythe builds, which is very nice. And also the Jesseth, which is a set item, so it's a scythe and a shield, now gives a 400% modifier to everything, and again that does allow us to run some more Necro sets with that added power. And all in all, what I'd say is we've got quite a lot of Necro changes, and that's probably why I've made so many Necromancer videos over the last couple of weeks. So if you've never tried the Necro class out, now is the absolute perfect time to come and do it. If you've ever been put off by the Necro being squishy or difficult to play, those things are now gone. This will be a very casual friendly class, and I probably am going to roll Necro next season. It is my favourite class in the game, but either that or the Demon Hunter, both of those seem pretty solid choices for me, so really looking forward to it. So in summary guys, I would really recommend coming and checking Season 21 out for Diablo. Patch 269 is going to be a very good one for the game. We're certainly pushing us in the right direction. There are certainly some pretty good changes that are happening, and I'm very excited for the future. That's all that I've got for today. I will hopefully see you very soon. Take it easy guys. Peace.